Hey, good morning, y'all. Actually, it's not morning. It's like after 3 o'clock, and I just woke up probably 40 minutes ago. So I am going to my contracted gig tonight for my medical business, and I'm getting myself together. So I'm gonna wash my face and eat something. And y'all, I was gonna do my acai bowl today that I got from Target last night that I showed you guys in Vlogmas Day 5. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 6. So Vlogmas Day 6, welcome. Get ready with me as I go to my gig for my medical business that I'm contracted for. Yeah, let's get ready to go. So yeah, I was gonna do my acai bowl today, but y'all, last night my stomach was flipping around, and it's been doing that for the last, well, 3 days now, going into 4, and I don't know what it is. It started when I ate a turkey burger 3 days ago, and I had a turkey burger the day before, and I was fine. My husband had cooked turkey burgers, and so I'm just moisturizing my face so that I can put some cleanser on. So I'm just doing some hot water steam type of thing on my skin. So yeah, I don't know, but my stomach has been topsy-turvy ever since. And the first turkey burger I ate was okay, but when I ate a leftover one the next day, it just started acting weird. And I have stomach issues anyway. Like, I have my gallbladder out, that's the whole thing. I saw somebody's YouTube post, a YouTube short. They was like, did you have your gallbladder out? Or maybe it's a TikTok. And do you find yourself rushing home to the bathroom after you eat? And I had my gallbladder out when I was 17. I'm 41 now. So it's been a while, but every now and again I'll get issues. And my husband had his gallbladder out too, and he has the same stomach issues. Y'all had your gallbladder out? Y'all had that? You put anything in your stomach and it's like it just drops to the bottom of your gut. Yeah, so I don't have that too much, but every now and again it'll do that. And I've been doing good lately, but again, I have been eating a bunch of junk food from being on the road, so who knows. So anywho, let me get some moisturizer, some cleanser for my face. So this is what I'm using. This is the Walgreens brand. I actually have 2 of these because I bought one for my daughter, and because she likes this brand. It's actually the CeraVe comparison, but they had a sale at Walgreens some time ago, and this lasts forever because you don't need a lot. You just need a little bit, and that's actually too much. A little bit goes a long way. So yeah, I'm using that to try to clear up my face. I can't say that it's working, but we're using it. So what was I saying? Yeah, so anyways, I don't know, my stomach's just been weird. So I was gonna do my acai bowl today that I got from Target last night. And I don't think that's a good idea, being that I have to go in and do these 12.5 hours. Let me put this back. And so I decided that I'm just gonna try to eat something fibrous. So I'm gonna have some broccoli, a little bit of leftover salmon my husband cooked today before he went out to his business. And he made a pizza, and then he made salmon for the other little one. Pizza for one, salmon. 2 totally opposite meals. But yes, I'm just gonna eat a little bit of salmon and some broccoli. And I have rice on my plate, and I'm not a big rice fan. Y'all probably heard me say that. But I'm just trying to get some like food. in me and see how my stomach does. Regardless, I still have to go today because I haven't gone. And what's the business if you don't make money in your business? Which is another reason why my goal to retire by 45 is on and popping, because I don't like the idea of having to go somewhere to make money, especially in a business. But I have a whole separate business that's all digital and digital marketing. And I have one piece of that business that I do go out to make the money if I choose, but I haven't done that portion of the business in a long time over on my customer service and digital marketing business. But yeah, so I'm working through this contract because I have a goal. I have lots of goals, but yeah, so one day this will not be my truth. In Jesus' name. So I am going to finish my face and get something to eat. So it feels so good to cleanse your face. Okay, so I washed my hair last night, and usually I'll cleanse my face in the shower, but I don't even remember if I did it last night because I was so busy trying to get this hair washed. Y'all can probably see my grays are popping in there. So I washed my hair last night, and that's when my tummy started acting up again, which was so weird. I'm like, I'm in the shower. My husband and I watched one episode of one of our shows. That was about it. And then I went to shower and wash my hair, and yeah, and then my tummy was upset. So I didn't go to bed till like 7 this morning. And like I said, it's after 3, and I'm getting ready to go to my gig. I have to be there at 7. And this is my day. I'm a night shifter, but besides the mindset of not wanting to do it anymore, are you guys doing stuff you don't want to do in life? I'm not a big proponent of that, but I am big on meeting my goals. And this is the catalyst, I guess, to one of my bigger goals. So, because it pays really, really well, and I do have the flexibility of doing it on my time, you know, there's that. Yeah, so pray for me that I have a good night. That is my prayer every day, and that I get a good assignment. Okay, now to get something to eat. So I gotta do eggs. So maybe I'll have eggs, noodles later. We'll see. My leftovers. Let's see how my stomach does. Hey y'all, so I'm in the car. It's dark, of course. I'm on my way to my gig. When I tell you my stomach is still doing flips, it's not as bad as it was yesterday, but concerning. And I don't feel sick any other way, so it's not like a stomach bug. It's like I feel like it's in my gut, if that makes sense at all. But anywho, I will catch up with you guys again sometime in the night, possibly, maybe by the time I go to lunch, and by the time I get off in the morning. So hopefully it's a good night. It's not busy. I told y'all to say a prayer for me anyway. I know you guys cannot see me. Sorry. I told y'all to say a prayer for me earlier, and even though you will see this video after my shift is done, go ahead and still say that prayer, because I need prayer every single shift. Y'all, goal is what I keep reminding myself. My skin does look a little good after that morning wash, but yeah, I would rather stay at home in my bed. I was actually watching Covered by God, if you guys know the Covered by God ministry. I was watching that on YouTube. Check out the replay. You just go to Tiffany Montgomery on YouTube, and y'all know I don't shout out people and I don't promote people, because I try to pay attention and be very discerning. Try to use my discernment, and I pray that God gives me better discernment all the time, so that I don't call out people and shout out people like that, because I don't want to mislead people. So if I shout out somebody or recommend somebody, do your own due diligence still. But yeah, check out that Covered by God. It was really good. It was getting so good when I was leaving. So I'll check out the replay at work. Hopefully I can listen to it at least in my ears if I can't watch it. If not, I'll have to watch the replay tomorrow. Then I was also, before Covered by God popped up on my screen, I was doing a study on the Lord's Prayer. So I'm gonna have to go back to that because that was really good too, but it was by a different minister and I can't remember his name right now. But let me go because we need to pray for our traveling grace, and I will see you guys later. I did not feel good at all. I'm starting to feel feverish. And it's only like 10 o'clock or almost 10. Hey y'all, deja vu anyone? I really don't even know what deja vu. I know what deja vu means, but I don't know. I have to check that, make sure that's something I should be saying. But this is like Groundhog's Day. We're repeating this day again. I'm in the car at Safeway. You can see. And my husband's going to give me some Gatorade because I went to the bathroom. TMI. 8 times at least last night. Probably more than that. But I figured out how to cure myself naturally. So I don't know if I told you guys when I had a little clip in where I was talking to you guys, and I had taken my temperature at work. It was 99.1, which is over the normal 98.6, which is a low grade temperature. And my concern is that my temperature's never up. I'm always cold. My temp's 98 or lower. And so my concern was that it was going to keep going up. And then after some time, so I was in the ER, as you know, that's where I was stationed, because when I got to work, per usual, the floor that they had me assigned to in the app was not my floor. I'm finding my camera. And so they told me to go to the ED, and that's where I was. Okay, that was my husband calling me from in the store. Let me turn this heat off. So yeah, what was I even talking about? I was in the ER for, yes, so I was supposed to be on telemetry. They moved me. As soon as I got there, they were like, we got 5 CNAs already on the floor. And the most CNAs, usually they're going to have 2 or 3 at the most. And then if there's a sitter for a specific patient, they have to have a sitter with them for 24/7, then they'll have a sitter, but that's usually a sitter. They're not a CNA, but sometimes they're CNAs if they don't have enough sitters. But anyway, so they were like, we have 5 CNAs here. I don't even know what they did with 5 CNAs. Maybe somebody was training, I'm not sure. But anyways, and they called staffing and they were like, okay, send her to the ER. So I was like, fine, because the ER, there's not a lot to do. They have their own techs. And usually there's 1 patient or maybe 2 that we're sitting for and watching. And there was 1, and there was already 3 people in the 3 sitters when I got to the ER. And I was the only CNA, but there was 3 sitters and 1 patient. So they moved one of the sitters to another unit, and we were just sitting. And then they were like, staffing called, and the charge nurse came and was like, okay, somebody has to go to a different location, which is the same location I just told them the other day that I was not going to, because they just changed my schedule out of nowhere. It's too far. Anyways, when you're at the campus, they will provide transportation for you in between campuses. And then when you get off your shift from that campus and go back, you can get transportation, a lift back to your original campus. So being on campus and getting moved is not really too bad, because it's time away from the actual building to get to the other facility, other campus, and they provide the transportation both ways. They pay for it both ways. And you just come back to your original campus, unless you want to drive. You come back to your original campus. And so anyways, the charge in the ER was like, oh, they want somebody to go there. And I was like, I just had this fight with them the other day. And I was like, and I think more so because I was a CNA and not just a sitter. Not to say anything wrong with the sitter, but sitters can't do anything really. And they will tell you, like, we can't do anything except for watch the patient for safety. And that's usually why they have a sitter, because there's some kind of safety issue. So because I was a CNA, I think she was like, oh, you're going to be more valuable. You can do more things if we need something, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. So she let me stay. Plus, I was like, I'm not feeling well. I really can't just go home. I stay telling these people to send me home. I stay telling them to send me home when they get to, especially with the scheduling conflicts. I'm just like, who wants to deal with this? So anyway, she was like, no, you stay put. She wouldn't send me home, or tell staffing to send me home. So anyway, I was there, and then 11:30, 11:15, she comes and tells me I'm supposed to go to ICU. And I was like, it's a little late for staffing, because at 11 o'clock, I'm like, okay, I'm good. But she said she was supposed to tell me earlier, and she forgot. She got caught up. And so she told me 30 minutes after the fact. So I got up to ICU. Mind you, I have a fever. My body's starting to ache. And I'm starting to feel nauseous now. I haven't had any nausea with the stomach issue or whatever. So anywho, I get to ICU, and as soon as I get up there, the charge is telling me blah, 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 whatever, because I've been to ICU a couple times. And so she goes, oh, okay, you know, you can go put your stuff up and just help out, blah, blah, because on the ICU, it's kind of like the ER or ED. There's not a lot you can do as a CNA, because on ICU, each nurse has 2 patients, and they do pretty much everything because they have to monitor and give all these extra details. And so I was like, okay, cool. This is great for this night because I do not feel well. I couldn't even get my sweater off before a nurse is like, oh, can you come and help me do blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's fine. But I'm like, what were you doing all this time? But whatever. So anywho, it was a good night overall. So I can't complain. I mean, I could complain, but who's listening? I just all night was running back and forth to the bathroom, and I realized something. The more I went to the bathroom, the more I started to feel a little bit better. And so when I went to my lunch break around 2 o'clock a.m. or 2:15 a.m., I had some TMI lunch bag. And so I got some hot water out of the nutrition room. I made me some hot tea and some hot herbal tea. I drank that down, and I could feel the heat going through my body. And then I drank some water. I drank lots of water, actually ice water, but I drank lots of water last night. And then these people drive so crazy, y'all. Sorry, got distracted. And so I feel like I'm rambling, but I'm tired. It's been 12.5 hours. So I did that. I drank some hot tea, drank lots of water. I had some kind of like spicy noodles and some boiled eggs. That's what I had for lunch. And I just started to feel a little bit better. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna naturally cure myself. And so I just kept pushing fluids, and I had that Gatorade at home earlier in the day. And so I just kept pushing fluids, because every time I would eat anything or drink anything, I'd have to go to the bathroom, which in this case was good because it was pushing whatever bug I had out. Because by the time I had got a fever, I realized I'm really sick, like something's really wrong, and I don't know what it is. I still don't know where I picked up a bug, but now I suspect the last patient I had when I was in the ED a week ago, I think she had the flu. They were testing her for flu, and so the test results hadn't came back yet, but they had her on droplet precautions. If you don't know what that means, it's just a little warning tag they put on the door to say this person may have blah, blah, blah. And then the patient next to her actually had COVID, but I didn't have him, but we were in the ER. So, you know, if you've ever been to an emergency room and you've been like in a certain areas, they just have curtains. These weren't private rooms. Which was weird to me that they didn't put him in a private room, being that I just contract there. But yeah, so Sorry about the wobble of the camera. But yeah, so anywho, I just wanted to come back and tell you guys how my night ended up and how I started to get sicker and sicker at work around 8 o'clock. But by the time I went to lunch, I took some ibuprofen to break my fever, and I had kept drinking the fluids, flushing my system basically. I started to feel better, and I feel better now. I just feel tired, and my stomach even feels better, which is so weird, that I got all these late symptoms, and then now I feel much better. Had a headache. I still have a little bit of a headache, but I'm gonna go home and shower, excuse me, and then I am going to go to sleep. I already ate Chick-fil-A. Now you would think with my stomach issues, but I was so hungry, and it's because I really didn't eat much and I kept going to the bathroom. So I'm eating my Chick-fil-A, or I ate my Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna shower and I'm gonna climb in bed, and I'm not scheduled tonight, and I can pick up, but I'm gonna let my body rest and recover, and then I'll see about tomorrow. But I do feel better, so that's the whole point I was trying to get to tell y'all. And does my skin still look shiny from washing with that survey yesterday? I don't know. I sweated a lot when my fever was breaking, so my face was all sweaty with my mask and everything on. But okay, Vlogmas day 6, we're gonna call it a wrap. I know it wasn't much, didn't talk about much, didn't do much, but we'll see what I can come up with for day 7. I actually have a whole list of Vlogmas days to share with you guys, but I just kind of been doing the vlog thing these last 2 Vlogmases. Oh my goodness. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Trust God and lead with love. I love you. God loves you more. Bye.